Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to review this new L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte foundation. Now I saw this on Lisa Spacey's #1 girl. I saw it on her channel. I will link her link below for you. She's really nice, so go and check her out. I saw it on her channel and I knew it was coming out, but I didn't know when it was coming out. And I saw that she'd got it, so I thought, cool, I'll go and buy that, because I've already got the L'Oreal Infallible, the normal one, and I love it, and I've actually just run out of one of them. So I thought I'd buy this because I do have an oily T-zone, and I thought a matte one might be good for that. They do sell a matching primer with it, but I didn't like the primer because it was like had a silicone sort of texture to it, and I always use my Revlon Photo Ready primer, this one. And this is the one I've got on at the moment, and I just put it on my T-zone area, my nose, my forehead, my chin, and just basically where I get greasy or shiny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on now, and then I'll tell you how it feels and that. I'll wear it for the rest of the day, and then I will come back and tell you what it's like. So it's just in a tube, and you get 35ml, and it says on the back that the texture is medium but the coverage is high, and it says shine control, and it's a matte finish. So you get 35ml, which is about normal, I think, for a foundation. If I go to any foundation, it's about, yeah, that's 30ml for that one. So you do actually get a bit more in this L'Oreal one. I thought most of them were about 30ml in the bottles. So just check. Yeah, that one is 30ml as well. So you get 35ml in this L'Oreal one. I can't remember how much it was. I'll have to leave the link to Boots and Superdrug, wherever I can find out where sells it. I'll leave that below, and you can see how much it is. I think it was on offer at the moment, where you could buy 3 things for so much. So it comes like that, so you can squirt it out of the top. So I'm just going to squirt enough. Maybe I should have shook it. I'll shake it first. Comes out a little watery, so give it a little shake. That's better. So I'll just squeeze about that much out onto my hand, and when I get a new foundation I like to use my fingers first to put it on. I usually use a brush, my Real Techniques brush, and I will be using my brush, but at the moment I'll just use my fingers and tell you how it feels. It just feels quite runny, like any other foundation at the moment. I can definitely feel the texture is matte to that straight away, even though it looks quite runny on my hand. When I rub it on my face with my fingers, I can definitely see that it's quite, you know, matte, and it takes more to rub in, if you like. It's not as creamy, but that's a good thing because it's meant to be a matte foundation. So I'll just try and cover my bags with it. So it's quite nice to put on with your fingers, actually. I don't usually put foundation on with my fingers, but this one is really nice because it's not so greasy and it goes into a matte. It feels really nice to go on with your fingers. Now I chose the colour number 11 Vanilla. They did have a few colours, but yeah, I chose that one. I've got quite combination skin at the moment, and it's oily in some parts and dry in other parts. So I'm going to just put it on and then I'll look off into the mirror. I'm going to put a little bit more on my hand, and then I'll start using the brush now, because I usually use a brush just to get it done a bit faster, and see what it's like. Yeah, because it's been winter, I've been getting really strange skin. As I say, oily T-zone but dry sort of patches on my actual skin. I did do a face pack the other night, which made it a bit better, so maybe I need to start doing more face packs. face masks, whatever you want to call them. I'll just go down my neck. It seems okay up to now, but I will have a closer look in my mirror in a minute because I'm a bit far away from the mirror to see what it's like. It looks like it's an okay colour for me, this. I was worried that about picking colours, because I'm always worried about picking colours of foundations, but the colour seemed just about perfect, to be honest. I think this is the second lightest colour you can get. I think there was a lighter one than this. It might have been called porcelain or something, but this one was called vanilla. Just put it on my ears because my ears are a little bit red. Right, it seems to have covered really well what I can see in the mirror. I'm just going to pause this video and have a look in the mirror, then I'll be back. Right, I'm back. I'm going to have to see how it wears over the day to tell you sort of an honest opinion. There's my other Loreal Infallible, and I've just sort of finished that bottle, and that says 16-hour wear, whereas this says 24 hours wear. Not that you're sort of going to wear foundation for 24 hours, but there you go, it says 24 hours wear. What I have noticed is it's a really decent coverage. I wouldn't say it's probably buildable, but I wouldn't say it's as heavy as some foundations you can get. I still think that my Revlon Colour Stay is a more intense sort of heavy coverage, if you like, than this new one. Although my face does feel matte, I would still put powder on top of it, just because I always do put powder on just to set it, and obviously I'd need to put my concealer under my eyes and stuff, which I will in a minute when I go off this video. But at the moment, I can tell you the truth, it has clung to a few areas I've noticed of dry patches that I've got, and the pores on my nose. You won't be able to see this probably on camera, even though I've put the this on beforehand, the Revlon Photo Ready. I can see that this has gone into my pores, and it's like when you put powder on. Powder usually makes your pores look a bit more sort of, you know, I don't know, you can see them more when you put powder on, but it's like that, I suppose. It doesn't feel greasy, so it does what it says on the tin. It's definitely a matte coverage, definitely. It feels totally matte, although I would put a little bit of powder on with it. To me it does anyway. But like I said, I've had weird skin at the moment, so I probably can't give you the best review on this, but I will be coming back later on just to see how it wears. I don't know if you can see, sorry, I've got a spot right on the end of my nose. I don't know if you can see, but I've got really big pores, to be honest with you. I hate my pores, and this, you probably can't see in this camera, but it's clung to, not really bad clung, but I can see it in the mirror. But yeah, I'll come back later and I will tell you what it's like. But it does what it says on the tin, because it's definitely a matte foundation. It's gone really matte rather than like a greasy type one like this. So that's good anyway, and it's a good coverage, a good colour, so I'd give it a thumbs up for that. I just need to see how it wears over the day, so I'll be back later, and you'll see me with a full face of makeup later, because I will have done my makeup by then. So chat to you later, bye! Hi everybody, sorry I'm filming downstairs, but this is just an update on the L'Oreal foundation that I was trying out today. I'm not a massive fan of it, to be honest with you. I thought I would be a fan of it because I've got oily skin, and I thought buying something matte would help. But I haven't got oily skin, I've got combination skin. Well, at the moment I've got a really oily T-zone, but round here I've got like sort of dry patches, and I think that's due to the weather and probably not drinking enough water, and I need to do more face masks and that, but I do have dry patches. but I've noticed with this foundation in particular it has clung onto the dry patches, and it's still made me just as oily on my T-zone as any other foundation. It went on really nice when I put it on, like you saw. It went on really matte, so it is a really matte foundation, so that is a good point to it. Thumbs up for that. It's full coverage, I would say, but not as full coverage as my Revlon Colour Stay, so that's another good point, that it's full coverage. If you had really oily skin all over, then it might work fine for you, but because I've got these dry patches, it's just clung to them like mad really, and so if you've got dry skin it's a big no-no. You won't be able to see in this camera at all, sorry about my makeup, but it's also gone deep into my pores as well. I can see it much more in my pores than I can with the usual foundation, which is really strange. But I won't be buying it again. I would give it a thumbs up for it's a good foundation, but it's just not good for me, because it does do what it says. It hasn't gone patchy on me, and it is matte and it's a good foundation. It's just clung to the dry bits in my skin, so I'd give it a thumbs down for that. So no, I won't be buying it again. I would stick to the other L'Oreal Infallible, the one that I've got. That's the older version. But yeah, I thought I'd give you an update on that because I've had it on for quite a few hours now, since early this afternoon, and now it's like 11 o'clock at night, so, and the light is shining in my eyes, so I'm gonna go. But I hope you liked this sort of update, and yeah, it's okay, it's an okay foundation, but I personally won't be buying it again, even though it's matte and I usually like matte things. So anyway, hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Bye.